The pattern is in the details, an evaluation of interaction techniques for locating, searching, and contextualizing details in multivariate matrix visualizations. Matrix visualizations are a space-efficient approach for visualizing large-scale and dense data. In a matrix, each cell represents a data element, such as an edge in a network or an entry in a table. While cells in the matrix typically only encode a single value, say through color, they can also support visualizing multivariate data when there are multiple attributes associated with each data point. This is called multivariate matrix visualization, or MMV for short. In this work, we compared different visual approaches for performing 3 fundamental tasks with MMVs. The first task is locating a single cell and then inspecting the details inside. For example, what is the temporal trend of the time series in the highlighted cell? The second task is searching a region of interest containing multiple cells to find the cells that match the target pattern. For example, within the selected region, which cells have an upwards temporal trend in the last 5 years? Our third task asks users to contextualize patterns using details, which requires them to inspect both the details and the context. For instance, given the trend in the selected cell, what are other clusters that have similar trends? Performing these tasks in MMVs is challenging because each matrix cell is limited in size and often cannot show all the information for the associated data point. To allow analysts to effectively explore MMVs, a common strategy is to selectively visualize the details of a subset of data points. To this end, we compare the 3 main interaction approaches that have been developed to address this challenge: focus and context, pan and zoom, and overview and detail. Focus and context is a technique that magnifies a selected region within the context to show it in greater detail. To make space for the magnified region, the surrounding area is compressed in size. The overview plus detail technique provides 2 spatially separate views with different levels of detail. One view shows the details and the other shows the context. The last technique is pan and zoom, which presents the visualization at a certain detail level while enabling the user to geometrically zoom into the visualization and pan to other regions. We conducted 2 crowdsourced user studies to compare the effectiveness of different interaction techniques for MMVs. We used time series as the multivariate detail for our study, since it is widely used and has not been studied before. To run both studies, we use a crowdsourcing platform called Prolific, on which we recruited 93 participants, 48 for the first study and 45 for the second. For each study, participants were trained on the visualization and its interactions, performed trial questions to ensure understanding, carried out 48 trials, and then submitted feedback on the study as a whole. Participants took on average 40 minutes to complete the study. In our first user study, we investigated how different focus and context techniques, or lenses, can impact perception and task performance for exploring MMVs. We tested 4 lenses in the study: Cartesian, fisheye, table stretch, and table step. Our results showed that while participants performed similarly on accuracy across all conditions, participants were fastest when using the fisheye condition, particularly for the locate and context tasks. For the search task, participants did not perform the task significantly faster with any specific lens. In our second study, we compared the best performing focus and context technique from our first user study, which is the fisheye, to overview and detail and pan and zoom. Our results show that pan and zoom was the overall fastest performing technique. Throughout all 3 tasks, it always performed as well or better than other techniques. More specifically, it was faster than focus and context and overview and detail in the locate and search tasks. Our results suggest that fisheye is the best lens technique, while pan and zoom was the overall best performing technique. For contextualizing details, overview and detail can also be a good choice. Our work includes suggestions for both improving existing techniques and generating novel techniques in the future. Please read our paper for more details, and thanks for watching our video.